Yes, hello and welcome back to another match finishing reaction here on the Kop TV. The match has just finished. I've got the highlights on now. Another beautiful victory. Doesn't matter about the performance these days. The deal has been already done, of course, with the illusion of the Premier League skipping us out for 30 years. We finally got that back. Listen, if you are watching, like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to the Kop TV. If you haven't already, that's very essential that we get that done today, guys. I've got two great guests who actually don't live too far away from each other in Dublin. It's Shawnee and Darren Whelan. How are we doing, my brothers?
All good, Alex. All good.
Good.
Yeah, good, Alex. Happy with the win.
Happy with the win. So, right, the game. Absolutely, boys. So the game kicks off. We're 2-0 up within 8 minutes. We're thinking, let's try and break some records here in terms of goals scored. We like a few goals against Brighton. Foot comes off the gas a bit. Before half-time, they get one back. But that third goal was crucial. Talk to me about the game. We'll start with you, Shawnee.
Yeah, it was, to be fair, Brighton is always a tough game. I think the last couple of times we went there, there's been 1-0. And even playing them at Anfield, it's been difficult. So I was expecting more of the same tonight. But clinical Liverpool, 2 great goals in the first 10 minutes. And we might run out here 5 or 6 and put numbers on the board. But to be fair to Brighton, they had a go. Some exciting young players. I really like to look at that Lamptey lad.
He's a good player, yeah.
He's been excellent since he's come in since the restart. But yeah, a few uncomfortable moments for the defence, but just typical Liverpool taking back control of the game in second half and obviously getting the third goal was critical.
Darren?
Yeah, exactly what Shawnee said there, Alex. When they got 2-0 up early on, 8 minutes, you're thinking it can go either way. It can be a dangerous lead as well. And with Brighton getting that goal just before half-time, you're going in at half-time. Nico Williams comes off, Robbo comes on. But I think looking back on that was probably something to do with him getting the yellow card, Nico. And I'm sure Graham Potter would have been saying to the lads at half-time, target him, he's on a yellow, he's a young lad, he's coming into the team. Because they were causing problems on the left. So no better person, obviously, to come on than Robbo. He gave much more energy, intensity in the second half, and magic momentous Mo. What can I say? At it again, another night you would have had a hat-trick, so 2 cracking goals at the end there, a few chances as well, but overall pleased with the win. Extremely slightly, I would say, to concede the goal with Alisson there, with Pope for the Golden Glove, but I mean, the win's a win, and it's always going to be tough, as Shawnee said, going to Brighton. It's been tough the last couple of games playing them at home and away. I think the last time we went to them, we scored a couple of goals. Coutinho got a couple. We won 5-1. That was the last kind of really
big win there.
Big win that we got that was comfortable enough. But even that day, you know, took us time to get in our stride and get the goals and dominate the game. But second half today was great. Naby Keita was very good for the hour he played. And again, Henderson being injured, coming off, hopefully it's nothing to worry about, because I'd love to see him continue on the season and finish it out. And he could add more goals. It's great to see Hendo scored again tonight because he doesn't get many.
A little test here for Shawnee, as we were speaking last night, and we both speak Spanish. ¿Qué piensas de Keita en este partido, hombre?
Mucho bueno. La mejor parte in Liverpool. His best game in Liverpool, I think. I've seen him for a while. To be honest, I'm super critical of Keita. I always expect, like, we all looked at the player that came from Leipzig and we've been waiting for him to arrive. And I was really impressed by him. Really all action. He was everywhere and he was snapping into tackles, winning the ball back, intensity in his game. He made the first 2 goals.
Yeah, he did.
Very clever in possession and gives us something completely different to any other midfielder we had. So it's funny, actually, as soon as I linked with a creative midfielder like Naby Keita, he seems to have picked this game up. So hopefully he can kick on now and with a run of form and just a bit of luck regarding injuries. Hopefully we can see the best of Keita in the run-in, because, look, there's no doubt in Naby Keita's ability. His issue for Liverpool has always just been availability more than his actual ability. So if we can keep him on the pitch, it's a big plus. I was very impressed by Keita tonight.
I've just put the hashtag Spanish Shawnee in the comments there, so let's get that trending today. Darren, the second goal goes in. Now, excuse me if I'm wrong, lads, but that goal was like a less good version of the Gerrard goal against Marseille in the Champions League 07-08.
Shell, yeah.
Shout. Not as good though.
Oh, no, definitely not. But
yeah, he cuts across the ball and goes to the side of the goal. I think he gave the keeper the eyes, and
that's it, man.
You're never getting on the end of that, like.
No.
Yeah, we had a couple of shots tonight that the keeper went the opposite direction for, but we obviously didn't get them on target. We got a couple of corners and their defenders blocked a few. So I've seen a bit of that in the play tonight. But it was great to see Hendo take the shot on, because sometimes he doesn't probably shoot enough or go for goal enough. He's more passing and gives it to the front three. But pleased tonight he got the goal, yeah, and good performance up until obviously he was taken off.
Yeah, you say good performance up until we conceded, really. I mean, the second half of the first half, we were sloppy. I think we took our foot massively off the gas after getting a 2-goal head start after only 8.5 minutes. And when they score, I mean, you come out the second half, they were on top for a little bit. And then that Salah header completely kills the game. That takes him to, is it 19 now or 20 that he's got?
19.
Yeah, I mean,
19, yeah.
He could have had 4 tonight, lads.
Sound on Sky there. He doesn't get the credit he deserves, Mo. He has 104 appearances for Liverpool and 100 goal involvements. That's incredible. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
For someone name
goals as well, wasn't he? Ahead of Suarez.
That's it. Yeah.
Fowler.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some record. And when he signed, there was obviously a bit of some people of criticism. Some people said give him a chance, but when Klopp signed a player like that, instantly you trust him. But I mean, what a start. His first season, he got 40-odd goals in all competitions, and he obviously hasn't got that since, but he set the barrier so high that getting 20-odd goals now a season, he's incredible. And the assists, and even like when he misses chances, he's smiling, he's running around. And
did you see, though?
There has been time
he was getting
frustrated.
He wasn't happy with Mane in the last minute. And then, I think 3 seconds before the 6th minute is up in extra time, he has a header, which normally those go in. So he could have had 5 tonight, really.
The thing is, when the final whistle went, you'd swear we got beaten, the way Salah's body language was. He wants the goal and boot badly. But look, that type of mentality is probably what we'll see is over this point record towards the end of the season. A couple of these lads are hungry, you know.
Absolutely. Matteo with an absolute rogue shout here, Darren. I'm sorry about that. Are you related to Wayne Rooney?
Yeah, it's 40 about that. I was at Anfield once and I was doing the stadium tour. I was queuing up to get a picture, and there was a woman there with her son, and she says, I was there with my girlfriend, and she says, oh boy, God, I don't want to ask. And she was looking saying, what she talking for you? Because no, I thought that was Wayne Rooney. And I could look at it. Yeah.
You're far better looking than Wayne Rooney, mate.
Absolutely. We don't compare anyone. We don't compare anyone who would ever come on the Kop TV to that man, ever. Quick one before you go then, lads. The Henderson coming off. I mean, we hope that's just a precaution. What do you think to that, Darren?
Yeah, hopefully I'd imagine it is. I imagine Hendo knows his own body himself. Seeing out the season, he's not going to want to stay and play on through pain. He's nothing really to play for Hendo now. I'm sure it's play the last couple of games, try and get a couple of assists, even a goal, see out the season. It'll give him more pride and I suppose satisfaction when he does lift the Premier League trophy. It's this day 2 weeks, so I wouldn't be too worried. He came off okay, he walked off. But hopefully he is going to be okay, be available. Possibility he might miss the weekend, but we've Arsenal then Wednesday, so the games are coming thick and fast, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Shawnee, I mean, if he is out for the next game, we've got plenty of cover. You see Keita come in tonight. I mean, you could even throw a case to Curtis Jones after his goal.
Exactly, yeah.
Especially Burnley at home, with all due respect.
If we could lose anywhere, if we could lose a player anywhere, it'd probably have to be midfield, wouldn't it? Because we are stacked in there. Like Fabinho didn't start tonight, so he can obviously just drop into that role there, and we can rotate the other two around him. But hopefully, it looked like a knock on the knee, so hopefully it's more of a clash of knees than any sort of damage or anything like that. But hopefully, let's see.
Listen, you two have been brilliant. Thanks so much for the first 10 minutes. All the best, fellas. Get to know each other. They only live about 10, 15 minutes.
You'll be on the trippers. I'm going to bring them onto the trippers.
Good man.
Yeah.
In a bit then, lads. Yeah.
Good.
Thanks, Alex. All the
Nice
best.
one, boys. Right, next up, I've got two Scousers, two of my favourite guests over the past couple of weeks over lockdown, but also me and Molby Alonso go way back. Welford TV, how you doing, Kid and Molby Alonso?
Good. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you two were on together last time, so it's good to have you both back. 3-1 then. I predicted it. I'm not going to lie, lads. Been getting my predictions pretty decent recently. Jules Breach, who did the Brighton preview with me, said it was going to be 2-1. I mean, talk to me first, Molby Alonso, about, how you felt after 8.5 minutes. We were 2-0 up.
Those type of starts are a dream, aren't they? The difficult one for the teams at the moment is there's no crowd. So after 2.5 minutes, if you've got the crowd there, the Brighton crowd goes silent. The Liverpool fans are going mad. We've just won the league. They've travelled all the way to Brighton. It's raining. They're all bladdered. And it goes off. The Liverpool fans go to the next level. And the players then get that little bit of like bite in them. Let's do it for the fans. Let's do it for the fans. Here, there's no fans. So the Brighton players can regroup. They can talk to each other. They can think, right, let's just hang on here. The Liverpool fans don't get that little boost. They psychologically take the foot off the gas. You got Nico Williams playing left back, did really well, but that inexperience. And then you've got what was their right back called?
Lamptey, good player he was.
Know what I mean? He's a similar player.
Great assist.
So they're having a little battle. I don't think Nico Williams did anything particularly wrong, but then you've just got those little elements. There not being any crowd. Liverpool not really having. Still, you're going for the record, yes, sound. But when you're 2-0 up after 8 minutes, you're not going to be running around like you are in the European Cup final against Barcelona. It's totally different. Take the crowd out of it as well, and it really changes. So it's difficult for the players. I never want to criticise them too much, but they did let Brighton back in by not having that little extra yard that you always have when there's a lot on the line. Nico Williams was probably sucked in a little bit for the goal. Oxlade-Chamberlain probably left them a little bit, but it was only by a yard or two. It was good play by Brighton. And their striker, I can't remember his name, but he was quite good. He was lively. He took it well as well, and Alisson slipped, but he took it too early. He's made Alisson slip by taking it early. So, yeah, felt good after the start. 2-1. You sort of start panicking a little tiny bit, but the players didn't, and they're professional enough now. We've shown that not just tonight, over the last season, professional enough to be able to go away from home. All different situations now. We're seeing them do it without fans, which is a new thing for them all, but just to grind in. I think I've been saying to the lads on WhatsApp, we started with what we would say would be a weakened team. When you look over the subs bench and you've got Fabinho and Mane coming on, you're thinking, sound, absolutely sound. It's not like a few seasons ago where like you've got players coming on, you're thinking, no, that's the big change now. Fabinho and Mane made a difference just being an outlet. You can take that extra touch, you can accept it in really tight positions.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Not many people can do it like him. Like.
Welford, talk to me about Hendo's goal in particular. It was lovely to see him actually strike the ball first time instead of take a touch. I was just saying to the lads there, it was very similar in a not so good way to that Gerrard goal against Marseille. You probably weren't even bloody born, Welford, when Gerrard scored that goal. So, oh God, I feel old. But yeah, talk to me, bro.
Obviously massive Salah scoring early on. The first 10 minutes was boss pressing very high as we do in every game, no matter what it is. And then Naby Keita played a massive part in both of them. But yeah, normally Henderson's the one to make a cute little pass and try and feed Salah or Bobby in. But now he decides to take it on, and to be fair, he should start hitting a bit more because he's got the odd goal or two this season. Wolves, a header, Tottenham at home. So I think he's got the ability to have the odd shot or two, which I think in the future he will obviously start taking into consideration. But it did take a bit of a deflection, but I think... Did it take a deflection? It didn't, did it?
No, not Hendo's.
No.
The assist took a bit of a deflection.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That, yeah.
It was Byrne who knocked out him, yeah.
But then, to be fair, he did Matt Ryan because he was stood still. No one expected him to go that corner, and it was a great finish. And hopefully he starts hitting some more like that in the near future.
Yeah, I thought Keita deserves a mention as well, just for his kind of eagerness in pressing so early on. I mean, he's the one that got the ball back off Brighton to set up the first goal, I think, and he plays excellently. I think, Welford, the last time we spoke, you gave him man of the match, and if it wasn't Salah scoring 2 tonight, I probably would have given it to Keita tonight as well.
Yeah, definitely. I've said it for the past few weeks being on here. Since we came back, he's been probably one of our best players personally, maybe behind Salah. And I always say he has a run of form where he's good for 2 or 3 games, and then you won't hear of him for the next couple of weeks. But he's proved me wrong big time, and I've always liked him, but he's just never hit like what we expected him to, and he was never kind of worth the money over the past couple of months. But then since we came back, he's been like phenomenal. Like what I noticed about him, especially today, in like tight situations, he's just like dead skillful. Like you're thinking, my heart to me mouth going like he's just like taking on a couple of players in our own like edge of the box, and just like wow. But he deserves so much credit tonight. Personally, I'd still give him man of the match. I think Salah, yeah, he scored 2 goals, but them 2 goals maybe might not have came if it was for Keita. And obviously, it's nothing to do with his performance getting brought off because he played the full 90 minutes on against Villa, which he wasn't the best, but he did get another assist. But yeah, his enthusiasm to go and press early on to set the tone of the game, and it paid off for him getting an assist.
Danny, can we get the 100 points? I mean, we're not too far away from it now. We're really not too far away from it now. We're 92. We only need 9 points to get it. 3 wins out of 5. It's doable, isn't it? Very doable now.
It's doable, and you look at we've got 2 bigger games, haven't we? We've got Arsenal and Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Newcastle away as well.
Yeah, they're doing all right. Did they get trumped today by City? Didn't see the results.
5-0.
And they started off good. They beat Sheffield United 3-0, but then they got beat. Then Newcastle have been beat 5-0. They got beat. Who did they get beat? They got beat by someone else. Who was it? They got beat by someone else. So they've been all right, but I think, personally, I think the defense hasn't been the strongest. Like especially in that first half, you're looking and then you see like Trossard or Mopé, and like the gap between like at one stage Gomez messed up and Henderson had to fill in. He did fill in, but then you sat there thinking if this is against like City, Arsenal, Chelsea, especially Arsenal, Chelsea we've got coming up. Like if that's Aubameyang or if it's like Lacazette on the ball, he's gonna find Aubameyang, and the chances of Aubameyang scoring are very high. So I think since we came back, the defence has been very, very sloppy. But we've been lucky in a way that we've got Alisson in the net, and they've not been too clinical, the teams we played. So I think personally, I think that's the main focus. I think the midfield just came back the brightest. Salah's been phenomenal, and Mane and Bobby have. But I think at the back, Gomez and Trent down their side especially, it just sometimes just maybe needs a bit reassuring, and maybe have a swap Van Dijk and Gomez, because I think a lot of teams know that they can get past Trent and Gomez, and with the likes of Aubameyang and Pulisic, who have both been in ridiculous form, I think it's big. They'll be looking at that thinking we might have a chance to get a goal here. So I think that's all that out of today's performance is just the defence. I think that we need to tighten up in a bit for next game.
I am having that. I'm having what you're saying. But I also think, and I think back, it wasn't this season, it was last season. It was Alisson's first mistake. He'd come in, we'd actually played Brighton, something like second game of the season, and he'd like chipped it over one of those their players, and everyone was going, oh, he's boss. Then we played Leicester away, and he got caught out. However, we didn't get beat, and whenever he makes mistakes, same with Van Dijk, same with our defence make the mistakes when they can.
I do agree with you.
You know what I mean? So they've come back, we've won the league, and they haven't been really at the races. If they would have needed, whenever they need to be, they tend to be. So I'm all right with that. I'm okay. I'm all right with Van Dijk. I think I've seen him make maybe 2 mistakes. One the other day, and I think he made one in Europe, like an header back, that didn't really make it back to the goalie. I'm all right with them making mistakes when they don't count. I can't remember, touch wood, too many times. I mean, no one's really made a mistake when the heat's been on the last 3 seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
I do agree with you, but I mean, like, what I like, our defense is fine, like, probably the best defense in the world or Europe. But I just think, like, I'm always about the positives. So I think over the past couple of weeks since we came back, we can all admit the defence has been a bit dodgy, and they've, like, especially Villa on Sunday, there was a stage where they were 4v2. It was like Grealish, Trezeguet, Davis and El Ghazi. There's like against like Gomez and like Trent. You know what I mean? So just think. Obviously, I could not care less if Gomez slips and Brighton equalise because we've won the league. But I just mean, the near future, if you're going to like, let's say, brush Dortmund away in the Champions League and something like that happens, it's a big, you know what I mean? Especially against Arsenal and Chelsea, if we want to break this record, which everyone wants to do, and if you do make the odd mistake, even if you win in 2-0, it just puts you a bit of pressure on yourself. But as you said, it's not a big deal. Like if you got beat tonight, it's not the end of the world. But I think I'd like to get Alisson to get the Golden Glove again because I think he's been ridiculous this season and deserves it. So that's what I'm keen on. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Who's bothered if we make a mistake?
A quick word on Minamino at the end. Very unlucky. I mean, actually, I say unlucky. I think he should have scored. I don't think the touch around the keeper was needed that far.
He did the hard work and just needed
he
to
did the hard work.
In.
Shame that he didn't score. But listen, lads, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Again, follow the Welford TV. Subscribe to his channel. Big up to yourself, Danny.
Listen, before you go, the last 3 seasons, right, Salah has scored 15 more and assisted 10 more than Aguero.
There you go.
3 seasons.
What a bombshell to leave the show on. I love that. Danny always coming with the fire stats. My brother.
Sound. All right.
Right, see you later.
Next up onto the show, I've got man like Hitman, who has joined me across a few games over lockdown. How are you doing? You got a smile, G?
Yeah, man. Good, man. Good result, man. Good result. Can't complain. You get me?
I mean, you were, as you normally do, tweeting throughout the game. I remember seeing a tweet saying Naby's on smoke. You almost predicted the future when Williams tucked in and put that right foot shot on.
Yeah.
So, about how you saw, especially after the first half, the second half, where we had to get that third goal just to kill the game off.
I think the second half, I was a bit nervous when it was at 2-1. I thought they might score, to be fair. But after that, the drink break, that kind of helped us. It's like Klopp must have it's just gave them some bollocking in it. Like they came back out firing. So I knew after that team talk, most of the games that we've been watching, the managers have been getting their stuff across the players, and they're coming out firing on all cylinders. You get me? So it's one of them ones, man. It worked out today. It could have been a draw. Like I'm not even saying like it could have been a draw. Like if he connected with that chance that Genie cleared off the line, could have been 2-2. You get me? Like I think the defense after lockdown ain't been as tight as it's usually been, but I think that's just for the fact that we ain't played football for so long. You get me? So I'm not too worried about it, to be fair. As long as we get the wins, that's all that matters.
Absolutely, bro. I mean, let's go back to Naby. So clinical now when he's pressing, especially. He wins that ball back so high up. And like Shawnee said earlier, we're looking for a creative midfielder. I mean, when Naby plays like that and he's getting assists, I mean, if Salah didn't score 2 tonight, Naby's my man of the match.
Yeah, definitely. I think, to be fair, I'd still give Naby the man of the match because he set the tone from the start of the game, to be fair, with his high pressing. He literally created 2 goals just from his pressing. You know what I mean? So I think you're starting to see the player that he was when he was at Leipzig now. Like I've always knew he's this player, but when you come from Germany to England, sometimes it takes a while to adapt. You get me? So I think we're starting to see it now. The break has helped him kind of in a way, because it seemed like he's got his head down in training and come back after the lockdown on fire.
Yeah.
So
sorry, finish that, bro.
Nah, that's what I was going to say. I think we're seeing the real Naby Keita now. Like before that, it was just a lot of injuries. Every time he starts getting played, setback, injury, setback. If he just stays clear of the injuries, this is what you're going to see from him. And he scores a lot of goals as well. We just ain't seen that side neither. So it's exciting times for Liverpool, man. It's exciting times.
Yeah, we saw Henderson kind of limp off a little bit. I mean, I hope it was just a kind of contact injury and nothing more than that, really.
I think it was more. Yeah, I think it was more of a precaution. You know, I don't think it might have been that bad, but with the run-ins we've coming up, we've got Burnley and then Arsenal. So I think he just didn't risk it. To be fair, I thought Klopp just thought, you know what, take him off. There's no point risking it. We've got enough cover in midfield. So let's take him off, man. I think he might be all right for Burnley. We'll have to see.
I mean, I wouldn't be too mad if Jones played on
Yeah.
against Burnley. It's the type of game that we can put him in. Burnley win again today, away at West Ham. I think Jay Rodriguez scores.
Yeah.
I know we might look at it on paper and say that's a fairly easy game, but they've got
It's not.
and I tell you what, they've got some physical players.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When we play Burnley, they just put loads of crosses in the air, bro, and
yeah,
that's going to be a tough game. That is at home. I think that's going to be a tough game. I would like to start Jones. Probably give Elliott a run out as well.
To start,
I'd like to see them probably not start, come off the bench, but I'd like to see them two get a run out. I'll probably start Jones this game if Hendo ain't playing.
Yeah,
give him a run out. Probably play Jones,
Fabinho,
and probably Naby.
Yeah, I'd back that. Let us know in the comments if you guys like that midfield.
Midfield.
Curtis Jones, Naby, and Fabinho. I think that's very balanced.
I think he needs to start Mane and Robertson next game. No, definitely. Now, you know what? It's a tough one. I'd actually rest him again. I want them fully fit for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because right now Arsenal are playing very good. So that's going to be a tough game. That is.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal coming up next Wednesday. I'll be doing a collaboration with Arsenal Fan TV outside the Emirates Stadium on Monday, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking on past that after, bro, we have Chelsea on the 22nd, which is the day that we finally live that Premier League in all its glory. I'm not too sure how the kind of presentation is going to be set up, to be honest. They'll probably set up something. But like always, bro, thank you so much for coming on tonight. We're going to have you on if you're around, obviously. But much love and respect for coming on, bro. See you on Saturday after Burnley.
Man.
Right, one more caller on the show tonight. Stephen, how you doing, mate? Stephen, where are you actually calling from?
In my room.
Yeah, obviously your room, but whereabouts?
In Verzach.
Verzach? Yeah. That's where my family from. My mum was brought up in Drake Way in Verzachely. But I love Verzach. But yeah, talk to me about the game, mate. I mean, 2-0 up after 8 minutes. It's a great start, isn't it?
Yeah, two goals in the opening 8 minutes is good. But once you get early goals, it's like you drop off and you were nervous at the back. And like Nico Williams played well on the ball, but at the back he looked a bit nervous because I know it's his first Premier League game and he needs to get used to the football. But he played well, and I think their team played well. But Brighton had a few chances and they look good. Every time I've seen Brighton play against us, they've actually looked all right. They haven't looked one of the worst out of them teams at the bottom. And I think out of all them teams, who will probably stay up, I would say Brighton, because they have got a good enough team to stay up. And
Yeah, I mean, they're 9 points clear of the relegation zone. I don't think they'll go down. I was talking to Jules Breach about their chances. She actually predicted 2-1. I predicted 3-1 for this game, and I was glad I was right in the end. Salah with 2. He's on 19 goals now. Is there a slight chance, Steve, that he can sneak in there and get his 3rd golden boot in a row?
If he scores against Burnley or if he scores 2 against Burnley, I think he's 3 behind Vardy now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he needs to get a few against Burnley, and if he does, if he scores 2, he's only 1 behind Vardy if Vardy doesn't score in his next game. And it's back on if he can get a couple of goals and he can get up there and win his 3rd golden boot in a row.
Yeah, I mean, he did that interview with Carragher, didn't he, where he joked about how the team kind of awards were more important, but then at the end he said golden boot, and you saw how angry he was that Mane didn't pass to him right at the end. He also had a header even later than that, and you could see how annoyed he was with himself and with his teammates for not putting it on a plate.
Yeah,
he's like that, isn't he?
Yeah, because he likes scoring because he wants to get the goals, but I thought he should have actually passed out to him, Salah, so he gets that second goal, and he's up there for the golden boot. But sometimes that's how it goes. You don't pass. If he wants to score, he'll score, and he won't pass. So that's how their team goes. That's how our team goes.
Yeah, I mean, Brighton played very well, I thought, at the start of the second half, and until the third goes in, they then become super deflated. But we brought on some very big names off the bench. I mean, we started a weaker team today, but we brought on the likes of Firmino, Fabinho, Minamino came on. He should have scored at the end, Steve. What do you reckon to that chance?
Oh yeah, definitely should have scored. It's like he's only new to the Premier League, so I know it's tough for him, but up to now, I know he hasn't played much game time, but I know he probably will get better. Like what Kais has gone, he got like used to it. But I think he is going to be a good player, but at the moment, I think I wouldn't start him because he's not that comfortable yet. But I know he needs more game time. But up to now, he should have scored that chance. But up to now, he's not that player what we thought he would have been when we bought him from Salzburg.
Yeah, I think 7 mil, it's a bit of a snip. Hopefully, like many players with Klopp, he becomes kind of better in his second season, just like Ginny did, just like Wijnaldum did. So there's examples of that have worked. Steve, prediction for the next game, Burnley at home, 3 o'clock. Obviously, we'll be straight back here after full time with fan cams as well. What's your prediction for that one?
Burnley's tough. Burnley have got a good team. Burnley have got
another win tonight for them.
Yeah, what was it? 1-0 against West Ham.
1-0, yeah, away.
Yeah, so it shows they're a good team. My prediction: 2-1.
2-1. Another goal conceded, which probably means realistically that Alisson might finally not get the golden boot. The Golden Glove award after I believe he won it last season. But yeah, thanks a lot for coming on, Steve. Looking forward to having you on again on Saturday, mate. Take care.
Yeah, perfect. See you later. See ya.
So there we go then. Liverpool take home yet another victory, another away victory. That's 2-1 against Brighton. Really looking forward to the next game. I think we've finally found our stride again. It would be annoying to concede at home to Burnley, but as long as we keep getting these wins and the points keep going up, we are going to break that 100-point barrier and finally be factually the best Premier League team of all time. And then no one can argue with me, not even Troops. So yeah, guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Kop TV if you haven't already. Please do it and press that notification bell as well, just so you can stay in the loop with all the videos we're putting out. And don't forget the film that we've made, It Means Everything, will be coming out on July the 22nd, the same day as we play Chelsea. It will be coming out in the daytime, and that will wrap up what an incredible 30 years it has been since that last Premier League win. All the best, guys. Take care, and I'll see you on Saturday.